feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. You feel like, you feel like, you feel like, you feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions.
What's going on, Miss Amelia? Welcome, honey. How you doing? I'm sorry I came on too late. I meant to come on a little bit earlier, but all is well. I was waiting for Bink, for his mom to get off and take him home or whatnot. But I just come on to talk to y'all right quick for not that long. I didn't even know it was 11:15. Time going by so fast. But I hope all is well with you, Miss Amelia. Girl, I was kind of in my zone today, praying or whatnot. But the reason why I came on here, Miss Amelia, I put in the title that, those who don't appreciate God, sometimes we got to take our power back. Now, we all been around people who we thought we could trust, love. I'm glad to hear all is well, Miss Amelia. Now, we all been around somebody who we could trust, thinking, they care about us, even friends or whatnot. Until God have to open our eyes back to realize these people doesn't mean well. I had told y'all the other night when I came on, sometime in life, things that we go through are never from other strangers. It's from people who we know. I'm glad you up, Miss Amelia. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Diamond. Welcome. But throughout my lifetime, people who I surround myself with, I always, ask my father to put a covering around people who, just in my circle, right? But I also pray for other people. I hate when that happened. Amazing. I just felt you coming on, Bunny. All right, Miss Amelia. Girl, you is here, honey. That's one thing I can say about you. You gonna be here. I appreciate it, though. But when I say things, it's for everybody. It's just not for me. Okay, we got to learn to protect the people we love, because we living in the times where it's very perilous. Things are changing, Just the other night, me and my sister was talking on the phone, and I was telling her, a lot of God's people are going under attack right now. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. But I was telling my sister the other night, me and her was talking. I was telling her, God's people is going through a lot of spiritual attacks. The ones who are chosen, because God people, they are chosen people. And what made me so upset, the people who attack us, they don't have no knowledge, right? They have only knowledge by self, what they learn probably from their family members or, you know, from other organizations that they choose to affiliate themselves with. And like I was telling my sister, we are here to learn from one another. We learn things from one another and we learn to carry on. But I always tell people, information can be very, very getting the wrong. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, um, I always tell people to tap into God. Whatever you do, believe in God. I don't care what it is. If you sick, tap into God. I'm human. I go through things like everybody else. And a lot of things God really block away from me. I don't get certain phone calls. I don't get certain text messages, even in my email. And I believe God do things for reasons, right? Reasons that we might not understand. Now, I was told some things been on the internet about me. I haven't seen it, right? So I'm not upset about that. But I just want to say this before I get into what I got to say. I haven't seen it. God know all his people. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all had went through something in life to where somebody did something to piss you off so bad that you wanted to take their head off. But God didn't allow you to know at that time because he know what you're going to do. Wonder Woman, how you doing, honey? I'm sorry I came on late. Y'all, I'm going to start coming on a little early because I know some of y'all have family. And I don't want to be disrespectful towards, y'all family or whatnot. But I appreciate y'all supporting me. So, we all went through something where if God would have revealed it at that time, it probably would have put you in jail, right? That's how God always got me because I'm always been a type. I'm very short-tempered. I'm glad to hear you doing good, Wonder Woman. I'm doing pretty good. So the reason why I'm telling y'all this, when you're chosen by God, you got to use your powers that God give you. Cover your family. Don't just sit around going to church every day, praising, just, worshiping, singing songs or whatnot. You got to really, really cover your family. You got to really ask God to cover your family. Because we are living in perilous times where people don't care about the spiritual beings of God. They don't care. These people will walk around and say they love God, they know about God, but they out here attacking spiritual beings of God. Being very hateful, deceiving. Cover your family by all costs. Now, I was told that some things been on the internet about me, but like I say, I haven't seen it because like I said, God always keep his people protected. Okay? But to make the long story short, y'all, a couple months ago, I'm going to tell y'all just a little bit, but not too much. A couple months ago, I went in prayer to my father and I asked my father to, let me X that out. Let me say it this way. I protect people who is around me. But when I find that I'm being hurt in some way, I ask God to take my covering back. And the reason why I do that is very dangerous for somebody to have your covering because people are wicked. It's very dangerous for somebody to have your covering where they do weird things to you while they're staying covered. I hope some of y'all get what I'm saying. So that's why I'm telling y'all, protect your family, those who mean well. Now I'm to a point in my life where God got me covered to a point to where anybody who come in my life playing around, God is going to deal with them. That's how much he got me covered. I went through something with this young lady. She doing things to me, and she didn't have no right doing it, but she just still choose to do it. I don't hate nobody, but I don't like what been done. Let me put it like that. And it shouldn't be to a point where God got to script people of everything they have in order for them to stop. Y'all don't know about this already, even down to my kids. When you got grown women and men attacking kids, because y'all know I'm a mother, right? Even though my kids are older, they're still my kids. I had my kids at a very, very young age, very, very young. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I just got to go slow, y'all, because every time I think about it, it makes me very upset. But then yet, I still thank God for me going through. Amelia, it been trying times, honey. It was very, very trying times. So when I say God's people going through a heavy attack, don't ever sit in your home crying about what's going on. Go into prayer. Sometimes God allow things to happen to his people so y'all can go into prayer. Hold on 1 minute. When you sit back and you allow the enemy to take control of your life without you going into prayer, that's the worst thing you could ever do. I've been there before. I let my guards down. I let my guard down to a point to where I let my protection down to a point to where I was thinking in my mind nobody could hurt me. I don't believe people do that anymore. But God had to really wake me up. I was very young too, and I thank God for my babies. Me too, Amelia. I thank God for my babies. I really do. But I don't never love something too much that I can't let it go. Okay? Even when it come to my kids, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. When it come to God, my kids, Rocky, the little pet I got, I don't never love something so much that I can't let it go. Because I know people can use kids, animals, and different things to make you bend and buckle. When I lost my family members, I got strengthened. God strengthened me because I understand if we live, we shall die. If anything that was born upon this earth, we got to leave one day. Amazing. Wonder Woman said, "Me too, Amelia." Yes, girl, we love our babies. So I'm just saying this. Make sure you ask God to cover your family and stop covering people who don't mean well. Okay? Sometimes people come around us because they're afraid on what God's going to do to them. Okay? Because when you've been caught by God and you love God and you're doing the right things by God, whatever protection you have can roll over on other people who is in your surrounding. When I realized these people was doing me dirty, I asked God to take my covering back. Because sometimes people don't appreciate God. They don't appreciate the good things that God got to offer. They just want a fast way through life it's called cheating. They want to cheat their way through life. Take things that doesn't belong to them. They want to hurt people who not hurting them. Some people will even try to hurt y'all because of jealousy. And some y'all haven't even did anything to. Look at my Betty Boop. How you doing, honey? I hope you're doing good, sugar. Always pray. And Betty Boop, if you still going through anything, pray and give it to God. Before you go in prayer, always ask God to forgive you for your sins. That's the first thing you're supposed to do. Things can change. I was telling one of my family members one night, we were talking on the phone. I'd be like, look, weeping may endure for a night, but joy always going to come. I said, God tests us. Sometimes he allows us to go through things to see how long we're going to keep praying, to see if we really want what we're praying for. And we got to stop putting our trust in man, people itself. We got to stop putting our trust in people and believe in ourselves and God only. We got to stop it, y'all. I don't never, ever want things that doesn't belong to me. It just, y'all, it's just so much, y'all. I can't really say what I want to say on this internet, but man, this is bad. This is bad. But I say God is a good God. That's all I'm going to tell y'all with this part right here. Cover your family, your kids. I don't care what's connected to you. Make sure it's covered. Sometimes you got to lay hands on your family. I don't care if you got to hold their hand and ask God to make sure he put a covering around them. It got so bad that I had to literally ask my father to cover my kids. I'm glad to hear you doing good, Betty Boop. I had to ask God to cover my kids because these grown people were sending attacks to my kids, y'all. Which we all are God's children, right? They didn't care about that. They wanted to get me by all means, even if it take them taking my kids out. They didn't care. And we don't bother nobody. My kids are very mannerable. I always tell my kids, if I'm upset with somebody, you still have respect for older people. Still speak to people. If I'm not speaking to them, that's how I always raise my kids. I never raised my kids to be selfish, to disrespect older people because I'm not dealing with them. I always say speak. Always have manners, no matter how it look. It's going to carry you a long way. So what I did, I asked God to take my covering back. These people been trying to kill me, hurt me, harm me. My kids didn't want to see me have anything. They fumbled with my vehicle. They did all of that. But now they got to go through the fire. Everything they want from me, God is allowing these people to go through every single thing they want done to me because I never wish bad on them. If I'm dealing with somebody and they don't want to deal no more, I'm good with that. I learned to go and pray to my Father, and I learned to walk away. I don't believe in doing evil to people to keep no man. I don't believe in doing evil to keep anybody around me. And I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in doing no magic. I don't believe in none of that stuff, but it is in the Bible. There are people out here who really does this stuff. And I don't judge nobody based on what they do. All I ask just not to bother me and my family. I'm good. Anybody who mess with this stuff, my spirit will never be in tune with them. Never. God won't allow it to happen. Because I know the power that God hold. I know the power that God give his people. So why would I want to depend on magic or evil or anything of that nature? If God tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. I don't second guess it. If I'm driving and he tell me turn here, I'm going to turn here. If he tell me to slow down, I'm going to slow down. If he tell me to do whatever, I'm going to do it. Thank you, Betty Boop. I'm going to do what God say. I don't knock nobody who choose to do whatever they choose to do that's not of God. I don't knock nobody. But if you're doing it, stop it and put your faith in God. I promise you, you will have what God can give you. No man can put under, I promise you. No man can, no, you're going to be untouchable. That's why, y'all, I learn to watch what I say when I'm live now, because I realize certain information can be very dangerous if it get in the wrong person's hand. So this young lady thought it was a good idea to keep following me, which I see her, okay? I see her with my own eyes. She thought it was a good idea to play up with me, do all sorts of stuff, come in my life trying to just trying to ricochet my life. That stuff doesn't bother me. But what bothers me is when you bother my kids, which these kids belong to God. She don't have no knowledge, no wisdom, understanding. Now she have a curse on her. So anything get tied to her, they getting a curse too. That's why I always tell people, be careful who you intertwine yourself with. Sometimes, let me slow down. Y'all ever been around people where your life going good and you notice when you intertwine with certain people, your life don't go as good no more? It just seemed like things start going bad. That means you done intertwine with the wrong person. Ain't nothing wrong with you cutting that person off. Some of these people have did a lot of things in their life. They're not going to tell you what they did. So now you got to go through the fire with them, going through hell and high water every day. Like, dang, I used to make good money. What's going on now? Or, I used to have this going on and it's not happening no more because you don't intertwine with the wrong person. Man or woman. We got to learn to intertune with the right people in order to get what God wants for us to have. When I went live on Facebook, y'all, these people who I don't know thought I was talking about them. Now, y'all know that's retarded. How can I talk about somebody I never seen, I never been around? It's impossible. They got me so disgusted with them. Very disgusted. It's a lot of things I know in life when I meet people, but I prefer not to say what it is because sometimes people will use and abuse that. I don't want fake people around me. I want to see your true colors on who you really are. I got this young lady who sit around and record everything, screenshot my photos, all of that stuff. But baby God, but to take on a roller coaster she never been on. You don't interfere in people's life you don't know. That's why, y'all, I had to really go and pray and ask God to kind of harden my heart a little bit. Because when people do me dirty, I have like a soft spot to pray and ask God to be lenient on people who have done wrong or did wrong to others. I always ask God to be lenient. Father, have mercy on them. That was holding me back the whole time. When people do wrong, God want to chastise them. He want to teach them a lesson to put them in a better place, but I've always been in the way. So I've learned to step out the way and let God do what he got to do. That's what I did. So y'all got to stop allowing people to run over y'all no more. God is going in on overdrive. Yes, he is, Amelia. He is going, Amelia. He is going all the way on overdrive, Amelia, honey, non-stop. He ain't mashing the gas neither. He gonna script each and every one of them. He gonna script them to nothing. This is sad. And the thing about it, y'all, God can show these people the truth. They still won't believe it. They still will go and do the same thing over and over again. When I go in prayer, I always ask God to protect the people who come in my chat. Those who mean well, I always ask God to protect them because I know how wicked these people are. So whatever they try to do with my kids, it won't work now. Hmm. Let me tell y'all, pray for your kids. I don't care if you got a dog in your house. They'll try something with your dog. Pray for your dog too. Ask God to cover that too. It's sad. And that's why some of these women, y'all, they can't. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's horrible. It's bad. People don't believe that God can place curses on them for doing things to his people. For years now, y'all, I've been told y'all I don't go to clubs and stuff like that. I've been stopped years ago. Now, if I've been in a relationship or something, for a gathering or something like that, not probably taking into consideration if I'm in a relationship. But other than that, I don't go to clubs and stuff. I choose not to do it because whatever debt I had to pay, I put in my mind, this been going on years and I want to do the right thing. I never told nobody this because I understand things you do in life, it can come back to haunt you. In order for your life to be better than what you living right now, you must do the right thing. Doing the right thing is paying off what you have already done, which is bad. Doing the right thing, in order for you to have that perfect life that you want to have, that great life, that happy life, whatever you choose on what you want in life, you must pay back what you done. That go for everybody. Because you remember, I told y'all already, it's rules to everything. It's rules to everything in this earth is rules. Betty Boots, a beautiful love. I've been talking to an old boyfriend who lives in a different state. I think you might have been talking about him instead of the other guy. Shut your noise, Betty Boop. So Betty Boop, he opened up to you about the things we've been talking about in the chat. That one, the old boyfriend. Wow. 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 Shut your noise, Betty Boop. Oh my gosh. So y'all just taking it slow, Betty Boop. I want to know if y'all been taking it slow. Now, when I went in to pray and I asked God, because you remember Betty Boop when I went live and I wanted to do y'all I forgot the name I call it, like I forgot the name we call it that I want to do for y'all, and I said I couldn't see anything. He has a girlfriend, like, what? Shut your noise, Betty Boop. Shut your noise. Girl, Betty Boop. Shut your noise. You gotta be kidding me. And he told you? Wow. Wow. With Betty Boop. You serious? I've been talking to someone I knew in another state, and he has a girlfriend too. Shut your noise, Miss Amelia. But we coming back to that. Let me let this out first. Now, the reason why Betty Boop said I know her. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So the reason why I couldn't see anything at that time, y'all, is because we had some wicked people that was actually playing around. Um, with what God give me. That's what I'm going to say, right? So I'm going back to when me and my sister talked the other night. So me and my sister was on the phone talking. I was telling her, I said, sis, look, these people who don't believe in God don't even understand that some beasts, it's like beast-like creatures. The creatures are so ugly, it's undescribable, right? No man can't describe how this beast's going to look, but it's going to be released upon the face of the earth, right? God got certain beings upon this earth that can fight these beings when they come. So when I see people who don't believe in God doing such thing, want to tamper with this, want to tamper with that, and do different things to God's people, these people really lack knowledge, right? They don't have the understanding that these beasts, like creatures, is so ugly you can't even describe it, even if you try, right? These beasts really come in here. Okay, y'all know the war's supposed to take place, right? On top of that taking place, we supposed to have a beast-like creature coming to the face of the earth, right? That whatever technology the military have, it can't do anything to these beasts, right? It can't touch them, it can't harm them, it can't even kill them. Okay? So God is waking his people up to this knowledge, right? So when I see people tamper with God's people and do weird things to God's people, aggravating their peace, I mean, just doing the most to God's people, because God already has things lined up for his people, how he want things to happen. However God got it lined up, that's the way it's supposed to go for a reason. But when you see people upon this earth who tampers with God's people, it kind of throw things out of a line, okay? I'm trying to talk fast because time is ticking. It kind of throw things out of line. So I always tell people, leave God's people alone. Leave them alone. If you don't have the understanding on what's really going on, don't bother God's people. Just go the other way. So these people who choose to mess with God's people, I want to see what they're going to do when that time comes. That's why when I go live, y'all, I tell people, don't knock on my door. Don't knock on my door. Because when you knock on my door, I'm going to get this one foot and I'm going to push you right back outside, wherever I'm at. Don't knock on my door. These people took me through a lot for years and didn't even care if I had kids. They didn't care. Whew, Lord have mercy, y'all. This is sad. So for all the people who don't believe in God, y'all really need to educate yourself. For real, for real. I done told some of y'all in the chat already what's already in everybody home. God says in everybody house. You just can't see it right now and it's being reserved. It's sad, y'all. We living in a wicked time. Wicked. Y'all need to start helping God's people. Stop trying to hurt God's people. Help them. And these people don't seem to understand, y'all. When they help God's people, God will bless them when they do the right thing. Pray for God's people. Do what's right for God's people. You will get blessed. Instead of you wrong here trying to do the most things that doesn't even attach itself to my Father. Betty Boop said the weather is cutting up in Texas. Ooh, Betty Boop. What you mean it's cold up in there in Texas where you at? Because our hair is hot. It's hot out here, Betty Boop. It's nice and warm, baby. I meant to Somebody been coming inside my home when I'm not home, putting things in my food. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened today. Hold on. I had bought me some kiwi from the store, right? I ate probably 2 kiwi at the pack. And I had a couple kiwi left because I like to eat fruits and vegetables. I love broccoli. I love broccoli and cheese. I love broccoli and cheese. Just my favorite. Just like you said, storms after storms. Shut your noise, Betty Boop. And I'm glad y'all telling me this because I haven't had my TV turned on in months. When I say months, in months. Just like you said, storms after storms. Oh yeah, Betty Boop. That ain't always coming. Them creatures is what people need to be worried about. Them little beings, these little creatures that's coming here. And let me tell y'all about these creatures too while we talking between. Miss Amelia said it's been raining, thunderstorm, lightning. It just stopped. When it lightning, I can't even hear it in my home. I love to hear it. I like to hear the rain. I used to like to go outside when it thunder and rain. I love going outside when it thunder and rain. And let the rain hit your body. It does something to your skin. It does something to your skin. So these beans that I was telling y'all about, these beans can sniff people out, right? Let me slow down with this. These beans can actually sniff people out. So let me use this for an example. What's the name of that movie? But they look bad. They ain't even oh Lord. Put it like this. They're gonna get the right people. Put it like that. So if you cover it by God, you don't have anything to worry about. These creatures can sniff. Their sense of smell is so heightened that they can smell you miles away. Put it like that. So imagine a beast like that. I wish I could have drawn because I could have drawn it height. Look. But this creature can actually sniff people out miles away. Now, the Bible doesn't have all the information. Some of the information been taken out, but some of God's people know this information. And we have scientists today trying to find this information. They really trying to find different things as of now about this type of information because they're trying to prepare. Because God even showed me the military trying to make certain weapons for this creature that's coming. But they got to understand this creature was equipped by our Father. Oh gosh, how am I gonna say it? This creature was really made by God, but this creature was made by, oh gosh, I don't want to say that, but military weapons or whatever they have can't do nothing to these creatures. So now they're trying to find a weapon, right? They're trying to find a weapon so-called within the physical and spiritual realm that can actually defeat this creature. They need the knowledge on it, and they're paying top dollars to get the knowledge to this weapon to kill this creature when it comes. They know it's coming. They don't know when it's coming. But you have these people who want to sit and attack God's people who don't have no knowledge at all, who don't care about anything, just want things of the world. You know, because God's people, we live in the world, we live in this world, but we're not part of the world. These people, they want what's in the world. You know, that's how they think they're going to survive. That's not how you're going to survive. It's sad, y'all. This is very sad. And see women, men's just doing the most. It's very sad. You too, Amelia? I haven't seen TV in months neither. Welcome, Miss Carla. How you doing, sugar? How you feeling? But Betty Boop was telling us, Carla, I don't know if you saw what she was saying that about one of her friends, her guy friend. She found out already that he had a long time girlfriend. Yeah, today's time we live in, y'all, we gotta be careful, honey. We gotta be real careful when we intertwine with different people. I don't like a liar. Anybody who know me know I don't like a liar. I take what somebody say. You know, somebody tell me a lie, I know they lying, but I still take what they say and I just carry on until I see differently. Once I see differently, I cut it off. I cut it off with no problem. I don't like a liar. If I don't lie to somebody, don't lie to me. Caller speaking to y'all. I'm not. I can't deal with that. Mm-mm. I can't. I don't know why people just lie, but the most simplest thing, like, jeez, why? Just tell the truth. What I didn't know you were on. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Betty Boop. Betty Boop said that's the one you said really liked me, but he has a girlfriend. Betty Boop. So you telling me he been covering that up the whole time? And he finally telling you now, all that long time. That been what, a couple months we was talking about this? And he finally telling you? Wow. And you a good person, Betty Boop. It doesn't this is what I'm saying, man. These men, y'all men's gotta get it right when it come to women. God can bless y'all so much. Y'all are kings of the earth. Why would y'all want to just sit and lie to women when you could just do the right thing and you can have anything you want? God would even increase your abundance. I told one of my family members, don't expect your abundance to happen overnight, because when you set and you play around the whole time, then you got to give God time to see if you really want that abundance by you doing the right thing. Because sometimes people look for things overnight. It doesn't work like that. God is it's like school. You know, you got to go through 4K, carry your way through school until you graduate. Sometimes that's how God do us. He want to make sure that's something you really want. Because we've been around a lot of people who was very impatient, who want it right away. And like I told that person, look, God want to make sure if that's something you really want, are you going into prayer? Are you staying in the prayer? He already know your mind. He probably know you're gonna pray that one time. Once you done get it, you ain't praying no more. Men, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all kings of the earth, man. Y'all can have anything y'all want by doing the right thing by a woman itself. I ain't talking about any kind of woman. I mean a woman. God will increase your finances. He'll give you anything you want once you don't lock in and you do the right thing. Do the right thing. And your thoughts got to be very clear. Because your thoughts can get you caught up too. What you think in your mind. You got to clear it out. The reason why I be by myself and I don't be around people like that, because I like my conscience to be clear. Sometimes you got to separate yourself away from people. This from woman and man. Sometimes you got to separate yourself from people in order to grow. Where God can strengthen your mind to take whatever you're doing out of you, is when you separate yourself. That's how it can happen. It can't happen when you keep being around people, want to go to clubs, want to hang out. I just want to do this because that person do it. Nah, you got to really, really isolate yourself and think. meditate to your Father and pray. When you do that often, I promise you, you're going to find your life changing for the better. Respect your mate. Whoever you get locked in with, respect your mate. Don't lie to your mate. Some people, y'all may be around, may tell y'all to do certain things. Do not do it. When it come down to evil, they tricking y'all. Because once you done do it, you done mess up. You done mess up. Your whole life getting altered. You might be going in the right way, and after a while, you done altered everything. Everything been crumbled. Just throw it in the trash. God gonna say, just throw that in the trash. Next. That's how life is. If I'm with somebody, y'all, I don't cheat on my partner. I don't believe in dealing with other men. If a man speak to me and say, "Hey, how you doing?" A classmate or somebody, I speak back. I'm not ignorant, right? We gotta have common sense. I speak back. Hey, how you doing? How the family doing? They doing pretty good. But I would never entertain another man. You get what I'm saying? I got respect for myself. Even if I'm single, I'm the same way. But one thing I always say, and I tell my kids the same thing: do not cause problem in your relationship. Respect your mate. And if anything, allow your mate to mess it up. Okay? Because if you mess that relationship up, you're going to have to pay for that. Okay? If they want to walk away, and you get to move on if that's something you choose to do. But I always tell my kids, don't have kids until you get married, however the case may go, but they got a mind of their own. But we got to do things decent and in order. My life is simple in a sense, right? I feeds off others' energy in a sense, right? Because I'm more of a playful person, cheerful person. I like to do jokes. I like to play around. You know that relationship thing. I like stuff like that. But if I'm around people who boring, don't want to do nothing, that's what I'm going to offer you. My energy got to match yours. We got to do this together. So I got to be just what you are. Okay? So that's just how life is, y'all. But men, y'all got to do better. Y'all kings of the earth. Y'all can have anything y'all want for God if y'all do the right thing. Especially if you're in tune with the right person, you definitely can have anything you want. And it's not hard. That was a promise that God gave his people. But when we sit around and do what other people say, it ain't gonna work out good for us. So we must follow what God say. Well, I didn't know you were. That's the one. You said that really liked me, but he has a girlfriend. Shut your mouth, Betty Boop. Betty Boop said, "Oh no, I knew he had a girlfriend. This is a different guy." This thing keep knocking me off. I don't like that. I'm so sorry, y'all. When I scroll, it just knocked me off. I don't know why. Betty Boop, I'm so sorry to hear that, hon. Different one. That's a shame. Let me see. Hold on, Betty Boop. Because I'm missing out on what you're saying. Oh, sister, what? I didn't know you were on. Okay. That's the one you said. Well, he has a girlfriend. Oh, no, I knew he had a girlfriend. This is a different guy. That's the dude we've been talking about a while back. Dang. Carla, I said the same thing. Oh, okay, Betty Boop, this is a different one. That's a shame. Yes, but it's not the same guy. I think it's the guy that I'm talking to now. Why you say that, Betty Boop? Why you think it's the one you talking to now? Carla said, oh wow, Betty Boop. Betty Boop said, the guy I'm talking to now, I think it's the one Beautiful Love was talking about, not the other guy. Betty Boop said, Beautiful Love, you said he really liked me, but he has a girlfriend. I think it's this guy, not the other one. I would have to show you a picture. Okay, Betty Boop. Betty Boop said, I already knew he had a girlfriend. We just started back talking from years ago. Shut your noise, Betty Boop. So, Betty Boop, so you see, y'all just started talking from years ago, so y'all just friends right now? And Carla said, hold on, let me see something. I think Carla said something. Okay. Yes, he contacted me on Facebook. Shut your noise. But you know why I don't like Betty Boop? Um, Facebook is okay, but I remember years ago, this guy contacted me on Facebook. That was years ago, probably like, let me see how old Dootsy Boo is. Probably like 14 years ago. Never talked to this guy in school or anything like that, right? But he contacted me on Facebook and he was um not put I'm not putting my business out there. I'm just telling y'all what happened. He contacted me on Facebook being very sexual, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I think he take a picture of his private part. I couldn't remember, but I deleted it, right? So I had sent a message back. I've been like, look, the next time you disrespect me, I'm gonna block you. Don't ever in your life disrespect me. But God showed me in the spirit where that was his girlfriend doing it, right? She was contacting other women on Facebook who he was friends with to see who he really been dealing with, right? Now I did saw in the spirit where he was out there with different women, right? I did saw that. So I guess she was trying to figure out who he been dealing with. So that's why that Facebook thing could be very tricky because sometimes that could be a woman or a man doing it, you know? So I always tell people if you do talk to people on Facebook, make sure you do like a phone call type thing, not messenger. So you can make sure you actually talking to that person. Yes, she content. Girl, Betty Boop. So you ain't no telling how long he been trying to find you, Betty Boop, or he been know you been on Facebook. Now we living in the times right now where these men, they're really getting away from these women who are no good. Like for real, for real. These some of these men's out here, they really want a good life with somebody. And I think that's the proper way to go about things because that's the only way you're going to get blessed. It's like God is aligning people with the right people. Betty Boop said, he is my first love. I haven't talked to him in years. Ooh, we have been talking on the phone for 2 months. Shut up, Betty Boop. What? And that lady he been with probably was giving him hell, Betty Boop. Hell. Because you got to understand now, just because somebody said it's spiritual doesn't mean it's spiritual. That lady he probably was dealing with probably act like she was spiritual, but she wasn't. She probably been giving him hell sometime. Girl, it's just horrible. It's a lot of people going through right now, you know? You just never know how he make lead. You might be happy with him, Betty Boop, if that ever happened, you know? Have faith in yourself. Don't ever down yourself, doubt yourself. Don't ever do that. Don't ever, ever do that. So tonight I try to go on this app, but I noticed that this young lady got the nerve to try to link to my bank account, right? I done told you going to jail. Okay. I don't have time to play with these kids. I call them kids because my 15-year-old got more common sense than her. Way more common sense. Now, why in the hell would you go on somebody's account and link yourself to somebody's bank account? Why would you sit here and steal money from me? But it gonna take somebody with good eyes to see this type stuff. This is sad, y'all. This is very, very sad. Like for real, for real. But I hope it work out for you, Betty Boop. If it ever go there. Because at times you could be very skeptical. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way. I'm very skeptical at times, not all the time. But ain't nothing. Girl, sometimes a man want to break free from these women who ain't no good. Just burning up, spending unnecessary money, just doing just crazy stuff. I mean, doesn't make no sense. So yes, I do believe God is aligning people in their life. He is really doing that for his people. He is aligning his people in this season with the right people who belong in their life. That's why I really believe that God is doing this in this season. Everybody don't want, oh, that smell good. Everybody don't want good. Ain't no telling, that man probably always had wanted good, but he just been with the wrong person. Ain't no telling, child. Who knows? That might be the one for you, child. Betty Boop said, "You are definitely telling the truth about me." Because I'm like that too, Betty Boop. I'm the same way. And it's good to be like that. One of my doctor ended up passing away. And I'm still trying to figure out how she ended up passing away. Only thing they keep saying it was bad how she died, and things like that. But she was a sweet lady, and she used to always tell me, Betty Boop, she said, "You so scary." She said, "You so scary when it come to your health." And I remember she used to check me. She been like, "I know you ain't doing nothing." Me and her used to laugh, or whatnot. Doctors can tell. But she used to always call me scary. She said, "One thing about you, you stay on your health. You always get your checkup, your blood work." Yes, ma'am, I don't play around with that. Because I had a young lady was trying to lie and say I had something. I be like, "How I supposed to get it? And I ain't been with nobody." Okay? When I'm with somebody, I'm with them. I don't believe in cheating. I don't care if I go through hell and high water. I don't believe in cheating. That just against my rule. I don't knock people who do that stuff, but that's against me, who I am, what God called me to be, what God want me to be. That just against me. Nah. I got too many great gifts God give me to throw it in the trash, going in the street cheating with somebody. Now my cut game is strong. I cut your tail off real fast and don't even care. A week or two, I'm good. I thank God always had me like that. You know, I had hurt. I hurt like everybody else. I went through things like everybody else, but I always go into prayer. That's the first thing I do is go into prayer. Prayer can change anything. When you go into prayer, you hurt, your heart hurt, just feel like you can't move on, or you can't, you know, whatever it is bothering you, and you go into prayer, God gonna change that. God gonna make sure he protect you by all means necessary. You human, you gotta function like everybody else. But I believe, Betty Boop, and I'm not trying to put your business out there, but I really believe that that man is really going through something. I don't know if he tell you yet. I really believe that he really, really want out. And if he didn't tell you, he's gonna tell you. Sometimes people want to figure you out, like make sure you're not gonna say anything, or not too much say anything. Want to make sure you not is not gonna, how I'm gonna say it. We live in times where people know each other, something like that. See, I don't either. Just one partner at a time, and I have to have feelings for that person. Exactly, I'm the same way, Betty Boop. That's why I say I'm just like you, honey. I'm the same way, same exact way. Yeah, I'm the same way, and that's good to be like that. I don't knock nobody from their hustle. You know what I'm saying? If somebody choose to do whatever, that's their choice. But like that young lady I told y'all about, she came in my life, in my business. We got to, ooh, child, it's just horrible. But some things are far good, honey. I ain't mad one bit. Thank you. But I always say, leave me alone. I just want to be at peace. It's weird how people do things and don't want you at peace after they done did what they did. It's weird. Telling you, man, this world is so backwards, it's ridiculous, and that's why a lot of people lose their blessing. A lot of people lose their blessing behind that. The same person who sit and lies, the same person who out there selling their body to everybody. I tell y'all, Rocky can get it. If I give Rocky $20, she'll knock my dog off. And it's sad. That's just how the world is, y'all, for some people. But Betty Boop, I believe, this is what I believe. I believe he is going through something. He really trying to disconnect himself. Because the times that we are living in, God do not want his people, man or woman, it doesn't matter. He wants his people to be in line with his people. He don't want his people to be out of line no more, out of line no more. Okay. He want to line people up in their rightful place. That's why I really believe what's going on. And I really believe he trying to get himself together in a sense to where, let me make sure people send me this. I'll open that lid. That don't look right. But yeah, that's why I really believe. I'm very, very, very straight up when it come to people. I ain't like to cut no corner. I like to be honest, tell you what it is, and keep it moving. You know, I like to keep it moving. It is what it is. Hey, either you do or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like my sister said, oh, keep it pushing, keep it moving. Shoot, when you dealing with somebody who don't care about your feelings or don't care about you, period. I don't know why people out here sparing people feelings who don't care for them. Time don't wait on no man. I told one of my friends that, I said, look, girl, time don't wait on nobody. You getting older. The hell with the foolishness. You sitting there trying to spare somebody feeling who's still doing the same thing, who's still not gonna change, who still want to live the way they're living. These people who are here doing the most, they love living like that. Why sit back and cry your eyes out over somebody who still want to keep doing the same thing? He ain't trying to wake up to do the right thing. Nah, girl, you deserve better, man. I always tell people you deserve to be happy. When you doing what's right, you deserve to be happy. We got to stop sparing these people feeling who don't mean well by us. If you're around somebody, they don't mean well by you, disrespecting you, let it go. When you hold on to something like that, all it does is block you for what God really had for you. Let these disrespectful people go and stop worrying about how they feel, because in their head, they don't care how you feel. They just want to get all they can get, and that's that. They don't even care how you living, how you making it. They don't care. Some of these men and women can have somebody real good in their life, but they rather take care of somebody who treat them like nothing before they treat the person who is good better. Weird. Life is backwards. It's backwards. I'm not settling for less for nothing no more. I don't care what it is. Anything in life, I'm not doing it no more. Yes, Amelia, all of us deserve to be happy. So this is a new guy, Betty Boop. May say I deserve to be happy. Yes, you do. You deserve to be happy, Miss Amelia. Yeah. Don't settle, man. Don't settle. Nah. If you know your worth, don't you settle. I don't care who it is. Some of these men, y'all, these be good men, but these women treat them like nothing. Some of these women treat them men like they ain't nothing, like the bottom of the shoe type deal. Then you got the man treating her like she a princess and she ain't worth nothing. Man, I tell you, a lot of things is backwards, I think. But I think God is moving in this season to where He is putting people in their rightful place. The relationship, whatever they're supposed to be, that's where it's supposed to be. Somebody who out there, he allowing these people to connect themselves with. If they want to be a nobody, they're gonna end up with a nobody. Somebody who want good in life, God is gonna slam dunk whoever want to be together, and do the right thing. He gonna put them two together. Man can't live by bread alone. That's what the word say. Better to marry than to burn. I'm telling you, man, some of these men are very, very good men. They want a good woman, but it's like they're trying to run. They're trying to run from these women who ain't no good. They better, because we in a season where a lot of disease is being released. It's like a form of punishment. But those who run around and keep laying with different people, God is allowing these people to get diseases, sickness, something they can't get rid of. That's what God is doing. That's the time we are in. Whew, child. Oh, Lord. I told y'all I'm the same way. I just can't. Mm-mm. I ask God to, even when it come to my sexual lifestyle, I ask God to take the thought away. Take the thought away. I thank God for that. And I'm not embarrassed to tell nobody. Back then, when I used to been single, toy shopping good for me, baby. I ain't embarrassed to say it back then. But as I grew, I learned to discipline myself to where I go in the spirit and talk to my Father and ask Him to help me in that area. Even though I'm not out there in the streets sleeping around with nobody, I still ask God to help me. Because we as human, even the thought of it can get us in trouble. So when I pray and ask God to help me in that area, that mean my thoughts too. Well, I won't have no desire type thing. I thank God for that. I really, really thank God for that. Some people can't live without it. That's why I be telling some of these women, look, pray, pray. Don't walk around like that praying. Ask God to help you until you get somebody. When you ain't even got to walk around feeling like that. Shoot, help me. And when I came into the knowledge of toys, y'all know what I'm talking about, the toy. When I came into that knowledge, that's a sin. That's when I began to pray and ask God to change and take that thought away. Because that's a sin. I may say I asked God to take that feeling away and he helped me. And I thank God for that too. Yes, Amelia. Ooh, girl. Betty Boot said, yes, beautiful love. Yeah, it worked. It works, y'all. Betty Boop, I had to throw the toy away. Tried to throw the toy away, honey. That been a while ago. Cause when I found out, that could be a downfall too, Betty Boop. Um, where it can hinder somebody coming into your life. I may say I threw all my toys in the garbage. Yes, because it can hinder you from being with somebody too. It can. In a sense, it can hinder you. I believe this what I believe. I believe God would give. I guess it's different for everybody. I throw mine. I don't have mine. I guess I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for me. But yeah, I pray and ask God. It worked. It worked, Amelia. It worked. It works. When you pray and ask God to take your desire away, it works. Some of these women and men out here, y'all, they walking around with diseases. They look healthy, but they're not healthy. I'm telling you. Some of these people not right. You got some of these women right now going to the men's who are very clean, who not out there trying to get them sick. Selfish. These are selfish women who doing this right now, y'all. These women will literally buy a condom and say, oh, I got a condom if you ain't got none. Then I put a hole in it just for you to wear that condom to get you sick. That's what's going on the times that we are living in. Men's doing it too. But these women trying to affect as much men as they can. Let me tell you something. If somebody give me something, you think I'm allow them to still walk around, Lord, forgive me? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's why I always pray. I pray daily, honey, because how my mind set up, some of these people got these same people walking around them today and did nothing. I'm like, wow. Somebody just give you the death and they walking around. Mm-mm. Better than me. Couldn't be me. It's only fair to tell somebody when you're sick or, you got something going on, however the case may go. Mm-mm. A lot of women out here where I'm at, y'all, they is sick. Sick, bothering people, just doing the most. And that very one I haven't seen on the internet that I heard that's talking about me, that girl is sick. I'm telling y'all how it is. If I get that feds is over, you going on the internet. You gonna be my breaking news, okay? In a spiritual way. Because you're gonna be taught a lesson not to bother me. I'm gonna teach the people what not to do. You're gonna be my lesson. I told you leave me alone. Leave people alone. Stop that. That's why I always tell my kids, I tell my son, look, you only got one whacker. Once that whacker gone, it's over. Don't let no woman trick you and get you in bed and you know, having unprotected whatever with them. No. A lot of these women and girls are sick. I told him out here it's bad. Where I'm at, y'all, it's bad out here. You dang near you gotta screen the animals too. When you get any kind of pet, you gotta get that pet screened too. Hell, I asked the vet, I said check her for HIV. I'm telling you, my mind go that deep. People is crazy. Poor dogs, poor animal. Y'all, I'm not gonna stay on here. I'm gonna let y'all go because it's late. And we gonna talk another time. Baby, we gonna talk on that, y'all, one day. I want to know what happened with you and your friends. I definitely want to know what happened. Not tonight, because it's late. Yes, we definitely need to talk. Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on tonight. I'm sorry the live couldn't be that good, y'all. I don't never have nothing planned out, wish I should. But I don't. Yes, ma'am, Betty Boop. Good night, y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. Good night.